Hey everybody, welcome back to Row Country. Today we're making this country farmhouse Dollar Tree stuffed trees and Epsom salt lighted luminary. Everything you need will be in the description box below, including the templates for these trees. You'll need one large and two small. You'll need one of these baby blankets in the buffalo check from the baby section at Dollar Tree. Also some stuffing. You'll need these wood snowflakes. You'll need 3 of these and then 1 of these, which we will paint and glitter if you like. If you're going to go the glitter route, you'll need this glitter, and if not, that's totally optional. You'll need some paint and paint brushes. I'm going in the gray tones. You'll need some skewers. These wood rounds are from Target, but you can get them from Amazon, and we'll need about 18 of these wooden beads, as well as some scissors, glue sticks, and a glue gun and some tape. What you'll want to do is go ahead and paint the skewers and the snowflakes all in white, and then your beads in a dark gray tone, and then we'll set all of that aside. For the second DIY, you're going to need this jar from the Dollar Tree. You're going to need a wax warmer from the Dollar Tree and anything that you choose. I like this snowflake. Also a double pack of these lights. I like the white ones. You can also get a pick from the Dollar Tree, which will cut apart some twine and some Epsom salts and that glue. The first thing we'll do, of course, is cut out our templates, and we're going to use those to overlay top of the baby blanket, and we'll make sure there are 2 layers to that baby blanket, and we'll just lay that down. I put some tape on the back of that to keep it in place, and I just cut around the tree. That will give you 2 trees, and we're going to layer those together. So you want to cut out 1 of the large and 2 of the small, and we're going to use those skewers there as the tree trunks. So we want to put these together, and in order to do so, we're going to pull in our hot glue, and we're going to start at the tip of the tree, and we're going to lay down some hot glue, and we're just going to follow along the edges. You don't want to go too far in because we want to stuff these trees. So we'll start at the top, follow the edges, and go ahead and glue it down, but leave the bottom open. Now that we have it glued down, but we've got the bottom open, we're going to take some of this stuffing, and I just pull it apart because that helps to make it actually a little more fluffy as it is put into the tree. And you'll want to take that first little bit and stuff it all the way up to the tippy top of that tree as best as you can. Just note that right there I've got a gap, and if that happens to you, just put some hot glue back on that edge and pinch it together. That'll close it back up. But you want to get these stiff sort of, so that stuffing is going to really kind of fill that gap in between the 2 sides of the tree. And then we'll go ahead and cut off that very tip of that skewer. We don't need that pointy tip, but we'll go ahead and take that now and sort of work it up into the middle of the tree. For the smaller trees, I'm going almost all the way to the tip of the tree. That will also give it some stability, and then we'll put some hot glue on the skewer and pull down the fabric. If you want to turn that over, that's fine, but my country farmhouse decor does not require a perfect little hem, so I'm just going straight down to the skewer. But you do you. If you want yours to be a little different, you do that. But I start at the stem, and then I go ahead and I finish it off by putting a little bit more hot glue there on the edge and pinching it together. So you want to repeat that process for all 3 trees. Now again, the smaller trees have the skewer that goes all the way almost up to the top, but the larger one doesn't. It has more stuffing. It doesn't need as much stability with that skewer, so it goes about halfway. We'll set those aside, and we'll bring in the wooden beads that we painted. Now mine went in a dark gray tone, and I'm also bringing in these rounds that I picked up at the Target dollar spot, but you can pick these up on Amazon too. These were ornaments. I'm just using this back side. I like that unfinished wood. Okay, so we'll put those aside as well. Now we're going to bring back in the snowflakes here, and the reason being is because I want to go ahead and get those glittered. Now I painted those in my Waverly White chalk paint, and now I'm going to just use some Mod Podge and I'm going to cover those. I found this little dabber or dauber at the Dollar Tree. It's for stenciling, but it is also perfect for working on these smaller items if you want to apply paint or the Mod Podge. And then I'm coming back in with some glitter, and I'm adding quite a bit to this. I really want a good coverage on those. Okay, and then of course we'll come back to these beads. We need to get them off of this skewer. We painted them on it. It was the easiest way for me to do that. And I have two different sizes. I have some large ones and then smaller ones. You will need to take your skewers and see which ones fit best on yours, and then you'll know what size to use. I'm taking one of the largest size of the bead, and I'm determining where I want it on this round for these trees, and we'll go ahead and actually glue that bead down. That will start as the starting point, I guess, for the tree where the trunk is going to go. And I'm cutting each tree down at different lengths because I want them staggered. But again, you do you. If you want them all to be the same height, that's fine. But I'm taking that bead and I'm putting it down in the center as best as I can, or kind of off center a little bit on one of those, and it's totally fine with some hot glue. I've taken those beads and slid them back up onto this other skewer, and then we'll put some more hot glue down at the bottom over top of the hole of that final bead, and we'll drop everything down in it. So the skewer with the beads goes back down into the bead that is on the wooden round, and that becomes the tree. That'll be the base for the tree, and those little beads just add that little extra detail to the stem of this tree. Now we'll bring back these snowflakes, and they're all glittered up. We're just going to shake off the excess, and then we're going to set this box aside. Don't throw away your glitter yet. If you went the glitter route, you're definitely going to want it for the next DIY. Okay, so we're going to take the small little snowflakes and we're going to take the sticker backing off of it so that it lays flat, and we're going to apply some hot glue to that, and then take those snowflakes and put them at the very tippy top of the tree. So that's each tree. The small ones and the largest one are all going to get one of these cute little glittered snowflakes at the very tippy top of their tree. And then after that, we will come back to the large tree, and we're going to use that larger snowflake to embellish it even more. We'll kind of give it a little bit of a cute snowflake detail on its belly area. So not quite all the way down and not quite all the way at the top. And these are super simple to apply too, just a little bit of hot glue. And then what I did was found where I kind of wanted it and used my fingers on each side to give it just a little bit of pressure so that it would adhere really well to that tree. And I think that turned out really, really cute. I really like this snowflake detail on these trees, just really adorable. Okay, and so we'll set that aside and we'll jump into our next DIY. So here's our glitter that I kept from before, and I'm just eyeballing some Epsom salt, and I'm going to shake that up and mix it up really well together. We're going to need that for this next DIY. And for the next DIY, we're using this glass jar, and it's a little luminary that you can get at the Dollar Tree. The top screws off, and it's got a place there for the little light to go into. But because of the way that I'm decorating this jar, I want to go ahead and paint that piece that drops down in there, and I'm going to use that Waverly White chalk paint to do that. Then we're going to take some Mod Podge, and we're going to start sort of there at the edge of the jar, not all the way up to where it screws on. You'll see there that I'm just giving it a really good coat of Mod Podge, and then we'll take it to the glitter and the Epsom salt mix and we'll start to cover it up. I laid it in there first so that when I move the jar and set it aside, it's already covered. And you just want to use your hand, get in there and get it really nice and covered. The glitter and the Epsom salt mixed together, it turns into a beautiful luminary when the Mod Podge is dried. I use the matte Mod Podge because that allows for the Epsom salt and the glitter to really be the showstopper on this piece. And so it's really important to note that we did not put any glitter, glue, Epsom salt, nothing on the bottom of that, because we want it to adhere really well. Now this is the part of the piece that goes into the glass jar. I only painted the part that drops down in and holds that light, just because of the way my decor is. I'm gonna pull in this warmer from Dollar Tree. This is in a snowflake motif. If you do something different for your coffee bar or your decor overall, choose something that you like. You don't have to go with a snowflake. And I'm going to use some of this Fixall adhesive from the Dollar Tree. Now if you have E6000 and you're an E6000 person, use that, but you definitely need something that's going to give it a definite hold. And I have about a quarter of this little piece left here, and what I'm doing is going around the edge but not on top of the edge, sort of inside, and then I'm going to just empty the rest of it in there so that I know that I get a really good hold on this. This is something you want to put in place and then let sit for about 24 hours. For the purpose of the video and to give it a quick hold, I'm going to go ahead and just drop some hot glue down in there as well, but again, we want it down sort of inside. We don't want it on the rim, and you'll see why here in a moment. And then you'll just take your time and put that in so that it sits nice and even. It does fit down in there really well. You just want to make sure that you've got it nice and straight up and down. And this is what the rim looks like. Here's a good close-up of it, and that's why I did not come up onto the rim of this. I went sort of on the inside with that glue so that you wouldn't have any extra glue to clean up after the fact. So we'll set that aside for about 24 hours to give it a really good solid hold on that. And now the fun part begins. We're just going to go ahead and embellish this little jar. I'm going to take this pick from the Dollar Tree and cut it apart and use some of that greenery as well as those little red berries on there. I'm going to use some twine, and then I have these little mini ornaments from Walmart that I picked up quite a while ago, and I happened to find them in my stash, and I thought that little thing right there, it's so cute. I thought that would just really kind of finish it off. So I'll let you watch a little bit of how that turns out as well. I lost some footage, but oh my goodness, you guys, this turned out so cute. Here's my trio of trees. This is my coffee bar decor in the making for winter Christmas 2019-2020. Here's the jar, and it's all lit up, and look how pretty that is. It's going to be absolutely gorgeous on my coffee bar. I cannot wait to decorate. Guys, if you liked today's video, please give me a thumbs up. Go ahead and hit subscribe, because I will be putting out a coffee bar tour right around Thanksgiving, and I just cannot wait to share it with you all. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and until next time, have a great day. Bye.